Hey, good evening. Welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, with all of the online buying that you can do now, I mean, obviously people still got to earn a living during these lockdown times and quarantine, which is restricting the movements of people. People still got to earn a living, and they're coming up with ingenious ways to do it. And one of the ways that they've been doing it is selling online, which has become quite an industry. Now, the most common, the most popular that we know about is Lazarus or Lazarus, and that's the one that we've had the most success with. Now, I did order online a guitar. It was so badly. It was, well, not badly, it was poorly packed and was unable to take, obviously, to take a blow, and was damaged. So what we found was that the return policy was such a hassle to get that done that I ended up keeping the guitar anyway and just writing it off. Well, along with my other adventures in trying to take up the guitar, which I've been willing to devote anything to just recently, absolutely give anything to be able to play the guitar, except one thing, and that's time. And of course it takes time to practice anything, doesn't it? So I've hardly been able to get things organized on that. And then I saw what many people will have seen, and it seemed like a great idea, and that was a portable guitar. And what it looked like when I looked at the advertisement, the one that I hit on to buy was for around 2,200 pesos. So not a huge amount of money, not an amount of money that I want to lose, but not a killer, right? And so I decided that I would buy it. Well, let me see if I can show you what I actually thought I was buying. So I thought I was buying something that was portable that you could pack into a bag. So I don't know whether you can see that. So that's what I thought. And these two pieces here, look, this piece and that piece are just clip-ons, just to give the feeling of it being a guitar. So I thought I can live with that. And the two parts seemed to plug together. So don't know how that was going to work, but didn't seem like a lot of money, so I sent for one. Well, instead of it being another 3 to 5 day delivery, it turns out that it's a heck of a lot more, and it went on week after week, it seemed to me, till it seemed, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it seemed like it was about 2 weeks that it had gone on. I was almost at the point of thinking that it was another one of those purchases that had failed. Now, the thing about it being cash on delivery means that if the order fails, well, you haven't lost anything, only time. But I was really looking forward to seeing this thing because it showed people playing it, and they had a plug-in, and the ones I saw had an earphone, and so you didn't disturb anybody, and you could quietly learn the key. The fingerboard looked ideal to me. Well, We got the delivery today, and against my better judgment, more my fault than anybody, we were actually in the parking zone in front of Jollibee, and we were right in the middle of, we were waiting for our food to come. Taliklik had gone out and was going to get the food, and she was there, and we had stuff to do and we're talking. And the guy arrived to do the delivery. Well, Beth had just had a text from him asking where we were. Apparently he had ridden his motorcycle all the way up to the house, a difficult road on a motorcycle right now. So I felt a little bit, almost a little bit guilty that he'd gone up there and we were not there. And then he asked Nana, I spoke to Nana, do you know where they are? And she said Taliban. So he came to Taliban, found us via the phone, and handed this package to me. And so the price told me that it was the guitar. I wondered how on earth that they could get the guitar into this package. Anyway, I paid more out of guilt because he'd had such a hassle getting it to us. Well, it wasn't anything like what I had thought that I was buying, that was in the ad. It's actually in the truck right now, otherwise I should really have gone down and got it out so that I could show you. But if you have looked at this ad, think very carefully and examine the package before you actually pay. It's $2,199, right? That's the price that I was paying, and it's not a folding thing. It's a tiny, like this. I mean, I'm a carpenter. I'm pretty good at measuring things by eye, and it is no more than 8 inches. In fact, let me show you something. If you look at this, obviously this is a remote. It was about this size, that's all, with a cover on it. You take the cover off and you can see 6 strings. Nothing else. So last time I looked, a guitar fingerboard was longer than this. Plus it didn't have any side pieces, so it was out and out the wrong thing, or an incomplete order, or something. I can't see, when you see that ad on Facebook, you see them, I think that the one that I saw was that they fit it together. So they fit it together, then they have the complete thing. How they did that, I didn't know, but it looked like it worked. And then you see somebody at the airport, and he's got his earphone, and he's playing that, and he's not disturbing anybody. I thought that looks great. Wasn't great. It was, well, not worth the time that I spent even logging on to do it. So I won't say that that this is never going to work out for anybody that's buying it, but what I would say is that when you, if and when you get the package, feel the package and try to ascertain whether a fingerboard from a full-size guitar can fit into that package. That's what I should have done, which I didn't. So a disappointment. That and the other guitar, I must be cursed on guitars because I haven't managed to get that together at all. But then we've been very, very busy of late, and so it's no surprise that when I do have a little bit of time to spare, I read or listen to some music, guitar music usually, ironically. So that's my disappointment on one of the buying things. I'm not sure whether that was Lazarus or not. It may have been. I really should check and let you know about that. I probably will when I remember to bring the thing up from the truck, which I didn't even think of bringing up because it was such a disappointment. I'm not going to be able to do anything anyway. All it was a short piece with about 6 frets. That's all. Six strings on 6 frets. What good is it? So, thanks for watching in. Bye for now.